Let's get you in front of more people who want your stuff. I'm Angel Tuccy. I am a media matchmaker and I run the Need a Guest Facebook group, the online community for helping guests get booked on podcasts every week. The reason it works so well is because we have hosts who are looking for guests and they are putting out their requests every week. So it works really well instead of cold pitching, trying to go out and find podcast hosts who may or may not be looking for guests. We put you in a community directly with hosts who are seeking out guests, probably about something you speak about right now. So, getting in front of more people who want your stuff, that is our specialty. And that's what we cover inside the Need a Guest community. We also cover that in this incredible resource, Amplify Your Reach, using podcast interviews as the number one traffic source for growing your business. How can I say that podcasts are the number one traffic source for growing your business when there are so many ways that you can attract leads, right? Social media, paid ads, networking. Well, I mean, we could just go on, but we're going to stay in this space. And I'll tell you why. I started out as a radio host out of Denver, Colorado. I was the host of a business talk show, and then I was also the host of a second show, a Christian lifestyle show where I was talking to moms in minivans, right, in the carpool lane in the afternoon. And we interviewed every day. We interviewed authors, we interviewed special guests, experts, speakers, coaches, right, experts in their space. And it was a really cool gig. And so when I left broadcasting, I started traveling as a speaker and started teaching entrepreneurs and authors and speakers and coaches and organizations how to get booked on radio, right? Especially if you're an author, right? Getting booked in media as an author, easiest thing, right? Easiest way to open that door and not have to pay for an advertising spot, but to actually be interviewed, right? The radio hosts love interviewing authors. So if you are an author and you are being interviewed as the expert who wrote the book on it, easy way to open up those doors. So when I left broadcasting, started traveling as a speaker, teaching entrepreneurs and organizations to, right, leverage the power of media interviews. And then during 2020, I started a Facebook community called Need a Guest because people were coming to me all the time saying, Angel, I need a guest. They were hosting virtual summits, they were hosting podcasts, like everything virtual in 2020. And because of my background as traveling as a speaker for the previous 2 years, attending over 100 events, I just had a network of speakers, authors, coaches, entrepreneurs. So I started the Need a Guest community to bring everybody together. And it was beautiful. Somebody would say to me, Angel, I need a guest. I'm like, great. Post it inside of our community and I'll tag somebody I think would be a great guest for you. And in the first 2 years, it was just me playing matchmaker inside of that community, inviting people, to network in there, to post their requests for their shows, to introduce themselves as guests. And it took about 2 years to hit 10,000 people, and members inside of that community. Started I partnered up with Jamie Atkinson. We started a whole new business called Media Firestorm, where we were getting our clients booked every single week on 2 interviews a week and how to monetize those interviews. And we really started focusing in on the demand, right? The demand of helping our clients get booked on podcasts. And so a lot of times I think as entrepreneurs, we're out there trying to create demand, like try to find something that we can plug people into and let them know, like, you have this problem and I solve it. But what if they are already in hot pursuit of, I know I have this challenge and I want to solve it. If we can, get in front of people who already are in demand, have a need for what it is you solve, problem solved, right? Now we get to play matchmaker. And that's why being a podcast guest gets you as, is such an incredible traffic source because you're in front of an audience who has demand. They're interested in your topic, right? They're interested in learning about this idea and this content. They come for the topic, they come for the content, but they stay for you, right? So you're creating this know, like, and trust, right? Because you're speaking right into their earbuds, right? Right, speaking into their mind. And it's a 30 to 60-minute conversation that is far more impactful than just, the scroll through social media. It's a deep conversation. They're listening to your voice, they're developing trust, they're hearing your cadence, they're learning more about your communication style and your values, right? And so you're like really in their heads, right? So number one, right, it's the on demand of, in demand, you're in front of an audience who is looking for and interested in your topic, the content that you cover. You're deeply connecting with them in long form content with your voice, with your values, with your stories. And you get to do it from anywhere, right? Like you don't have to travel. When I was traveling as a speaker, 1 to 3 days, I'd be on an airplane, I'm at an event, I'm impacting the audience. But like social media content, ads, and live events, it disappears. It goes away quickly. But podcast interviews stick around. So you are continually picking up new listeners next week, next month, next year. It is a game changer. When you start to really understand the value of sharing your story consistently every week, the volume, the number of podcasts, when we say two per week, it's so that we can create 50 pieces of media content, searchable media content where people can binge listen to you. When they Google your name, it just comes up as a flurry of all this information. Every week, a new podcast is being dropped and being released, and you're everywhere. It is a media firestorm where they are seeing you everywhere. So, incredible opportunity, right? Use podcasts, being a guest, being in demand, connecting deeply, and creating ongoing exposure from the comfort of your own home or for wherever you are in 30 to 60 minutes twice a week to create the kind of volume and the impact that is going to amplify your reach. I hope you'll pick up a copy of the book. Join the Need a Guest community if you want to get booked on podcasts this week. We have about 100 hosts every single week who are looking for guests, and you can respond and connect directly with them. And if you want more information about how our team can help you get booked on 2 podcasts every week and not just be a guest, but be a profitable guest and monetize your interview, make sure that you reach out to us. Needaguest.com. Cheers.